Okay, folks, this is Thomas with digitalboondocking.com, and everybody's been asking about the composting toilet and how that's done and how do we like it and things like that. So, today I'm going to open this up for you. You're looking at the underside of it, and simply it's a box here that I use 2x4s for the sturdy frame where you're actually going to be sitting any weight that's on it, and coming right off the wheel well. Here we have, these are file boxes that have been cut, so they'll hold our pine pellets, and we have a cup in there to scoop it. And then in the bottom of the floor, we have, I believe that's a 4-inch hole there. In our fan, which takes less than 1 watt of power on high, will go on that. And I put some screws down there just so I can wedge it together. And I'm going to attempt to do that to show you. This screen you can buy on our shop. You can clean it. I think there's about 6 screens in the pack, and it's fairly inexpensive. And this is a 1 watt draw to keep it on all the time. So hopefully you can see this here. You see where I put the fan over the hole. There's some screws coming up through the floor that just kind of hold it in there, and I just wedged it in there. And this low wattage fan I'm gonna keep on high, okay, because I have a switch over here on the side that will allow me to do medium, low, and high. So there we go. And so that's there. And then on top of that, now you don't want any kind of problems or anything, spills or anything getting on the fan or electricity or anything like that. So what I have next is a little shelf, and it's going to go in. And on the front of it, it's open, so it will draw, and it actually draws quite good right up in here from this area. And that's where the urine separator, that's where really your smell is going to come from, unless you don't get your compost covered with these pellets. So here are the pellets, no big deal. They're pine pellets. They don't smell real strong or anything, but they do smell like pine. So okay, so the next thing, you got a 5-gallon bucket, of course, and all of this has got to be pre-cut. We use a Dremel tool to soften these edges so they're not sharp or anything. So this whole front of the bucket is cut. You see that? And your urine separator is going to sit down right on top of that. So I also have a couple of little plastic pins that I put in here on either side, and they go through this file cabinet, and that just keeps this bucket from turning. So once it's in place and in line, it's not going anywhere. And then you put 2 trash bags in here. Always keep one in there just in case, and then you're pulling the top one out to change it out. I usually run it about halfway full, so it's not so heavy, wouldn't break the bag or anything like that, and that's gonna last me a week for sure. And then on the front of your urine separator, which is attached to the bottom in this case, you can put your a pipe there to go to gray water to go directly out on the ground if you wanted to, or what we're using right now, and it's kind of our mobile setup. This is a Simply Orange bucket, and we cut a notch so everything will fit perfectly right down in there. So when that closes, it is perfectly on that bucket every time. So except for this time. So yeah, you've got to get it lined up, and it's kind of squeezed in there, so it keeps it there once it's in alignment. But there you go. And so you end up with a regular toilet seat, urine separator, bucket in the back with your trash bags, and then you can access your pellets from the side. If it seems like when you buy the large bag of pellets at Tractor Supply, It's just the right amount to fill up both sides, but you could have one side reserved just for toilet paper or however you want to do that. But that's essentially it. And it's not a bad looking setup. We're not finished with our bathroom area, but this is a separate toilet from the shower. So two people, one person be in the shower, one person be in the toilet at the same time, not waiting on each other, which is really nice. But what's cool is this is just a box, a crude wooden box, but we've got the soft close, makes you think you have something nice anyway. But it's we built it up a little taller, that way it makes it easier to get in on and off of. Sometimes my wife has a little problems with that, so we just fixed it. And I got all these dimensions from going into a bathroom stall and taking measurements, and one that I was comfortable with, and just kind of made a stall here. But anyway, that's it. Hopefully that helps you. We've got some little hinges along here. We're still working on painting and making it pretty and all that stuff. But there is another cool thing is there's this space. It's built a little above the wheel well, so I've got a space going through, like a cable route that goes through. This is my refrigerator on the other side in the kitchen. But we're going to go over the rest of that stuff, and just wanted to show you how this works. And it's a piece of cake. We love it, and it's easy, and it doesn't smell. And if you want, all you have to do is make sure that you keep that screen that's in the box, the screen on the fan, keep it clean, or replace it, and that way, and just let it run all the time, and that way it's always got to draw. Like right now, it's got to draw, and it's drawing between this lid and that, and so it's always got a negative, I guess, or a positive draw. I don't know how that is in physics, but it's always drawing that smell out, and which there isn't a lot of, but if there's any, it's drawing it out and putting it outside the trailer. So it's a beautiful thing.